I don't know. There's a lot of theories going around, but all in all, this just doesn't look good. People think that just because you're a kid, that kids don't have memory. I'm sure we all have something that happened to us as a child that was traumatizing to us. Clearly, they have something against black children, and you should not have anyone working at your establishment that is doing that. Hey everyone, it's Bree. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video. Oh man, this situation is crazy. So, if you have been on literally anything, Twitter, Instagram, it's literally been all over. There's a story that's been going around about this location called Sesame Place, which is in Philadelphia, I believe. And there is this viral video that had went around of these two little black girls that went to this parade, I guess, and in them trying to talk to one of the characters, the character kind of just shoved them off and was like, no, like, I'm not gonna interact with you at all. But then they were interacting with all the white kids. And so this clip is very, very short, but I actually also do have some other clips that people have shared as well, which is nuts. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at this clip and then talk about it. Crazy. So yeah, as you guys can see, they have a little float going around. You have the two kids right here waiting to talk to this character. I think her name is Rosita. Is that her name? Hold up. I could be so wrong. Yeah, I hope I'm saying it right, Rosita. But anyway, yeah, that character, as you can see, as they are getting closer, they're interacting with the other kids, like that, that she's and I'm saying she in terms of the character, but I don't know who is up underneath the costume. That's something that everyone's trying to figure out now. But as you can see, they're interacting with other kids, and when they get to the black kids, she's just like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna high five you, like literally just being like, yeah, no. And then you can see that especially this girl in the pink, she's really, really upset about well, I won't say really, really upset, that's dramatic, but you can tell on her face she's like, okay. And yeah, so this has been going all over on Twitter. And of course, like, it doesn't look good, right? Like, this is not a good look that this character just completely ignored these kids. There was a theory going around that the character had did that because they were, as you can see here, they're overstepping the yellow line, and apparently you're not supposed to do that. And that maybe the character was like, yeah, no. There were other people saying that you're not supposed to actually like touch them or hug them or anything like that. Even though I'm pretty sure I saw they were touching the other kids. Because they were giving, I know they were giving high fives, but I think people were saying that because she was reaching out for a hug, that the person in the costume wasn't allowed to give her a hug, but she could have gave her a high five at least, like she was doing with the other kids. So I don't know, there's a lot of theories going around, but all in all, this just doesn't look good. It does appear to be like a racist, prejudice, discriminatory, I don't know which word to use here, but it is giving that this person did that because they're black children. And I think if that is the case, that's really, really messed up. If that is the case, and had it been my child, I would have been livid. I would have been so livid if this happened to a child of mine. However, with that being said, though, the Sesame Place did issue a statement, and so we're going to go ahead and look at that. Okay, so as you can see right here, the Sesame Place put out a statement. They said our brand, our park, and our employees stand for inclusivity and equality in all forms. That is what Sesame Place is all about. And we do not tolerate any behaviors in our parks that are contrary to that commitment. We also are and have always been committed to making sure every family and every child has the best possible experience at our parks, and we are incredibly disappointed that when that does not happen. Regarding the incident yesterday, the costumes our performers wear sometimes makes it difficult to see at lower levels, and sometimes our performers miss hug requests from guests. The performer portraying the Rosita character has confirmed that the no hand gesture seen several times in the video was not directed to any specific person. Rather, it was a response to multiple requests from someone in the crowd who asked Rosita to hold their child for a photo, which is not permitted. The Rosita performer did not intentionally ignore the girls and is devastated about the misunderstanding. We spoke to the family and extended our apologies and invited them back for a special meet and greet opportunity with our characters. We apologize to these guests for not delivering the experience they expected, and we commit to do our best to earn their and all guest visits and support. And so yeah, this is an interesting little statement. I don't know how I feel about this. The only thing that I'm happy about is that they are trying to make up for the kids, because that's really who's mostly affected by this whole thing, are the children that were turned away at this parade. And so I'm glad that they are at least trying to make it up to the kids by offering them like a special meet and greet. I do think that that is a good way to make up for it on the kids' end, because again, they just want that experience. They just want to meet these characters that they're in love with. And so I'm sure that that will be a more memorable experience, hopefully, because that's another thing too, right? Like, people were saying that these kids are going to remember this forever, and there are people in the comments saying that, oh, like, they're not gonna remember it, like, they're gonna forget about it or whatever. And that's a common misconception. People think that just because you're a kid, that kids don't have memory and that they're just gonna forget if like, they're just gonna forget by the next day, like they're gonna be distracted by something else and it's just gonna be removed from the memory. But I'm sure we all have something that happened to us as a child that was traumatizing to us. And I'm not even talking about anything like abuse wise, just in general, whether it was a scary movie or just something that happened that you remember from childhood that had an impact on you. And something like this, I could see that being something that they remember. I still remember stuff that happened to me in elementary school, and these kids looked elementary school age. And so if they were hurt or offended at all by their favorite characters not interacting with them, they could remember that, so, to say that, they're not going to be traumatized because they're just kids and kids forget about stuff, that's false. But hopefully with this meet and greet, that'll overtake the bad memory, and that'll be the thing that they remember the most from this situation. Now, they put this statement out, right? And as you guys can see in the comments, people were not buying it. The part about the costumes makes it hard for them to see the kids at a lower level. I think that's a little bit of cap, because again, the person was interacting with other kids, and I can't imagine you high-fiving little kids and talking to them and stuff like that and not being able to see them. And so this idea that that they didn't see them, I don't know if I buy that. This does seem very strategic, and again, I don't know how authentic this statement is, but the one thing that I could take away from this is that, they are making it up to the kids, and so I am happy about that. However, I believe after the statement came out, there were more videos that came out of this particular character being racist towards little black children, and so we're gonna get into those videos. Okay, so I am on the Neighborhood Talk right now, and they had received 3 more videos of black children being ignored. So we have this one. Now this little boy is all up on the line. But I mean, it happens. Like they're kids. Um, but yeah, as you can see, she just kept walking. Didn't acknowledge the little boy at all. And again, it plays into that whole theory of like, oh well, she couldn't see them. But you mean to tell me she could see every other kid that was on the ground? I don't know. And then here is another one. As you can see, she's waving. The little kid right there is waving, and you see, as you can see, the character went and hugged. I believe that child is white. The white child beside her gave her a full-blown hug because apparently they don't do hugs. But as you can see right here, she got a hug, and then the little black girl that was reaching out and waving to her, she got nothing. She's got a little wave and just kept on going. And so as you can see already, this is not looking good. I really hope they just go ahead and fire the person that works in that costume, because clearly they have something against black children, and you should not have anyone working at your establishment that is doing that. And so we have this third one. Oh, this is another character.
Go stand over there and see what happens.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, luckily that kid didn't seem too phased.
That's the only one she know. I was waiting for Elmo that whole time. See, I only know Elmo. You only know Elmo, right?
Okay. Oh, here's another one. Is that VeggieTales? Okay, so we got Big Bird. And see, look, the little kid is crying. Like that's something that kid can remember, is being ignored by Big Bird. Yeah, I don't know. That one is a little, I don't know, because it looked like, I don't know. But again, like these just, they don't look good. They don't look good. They don't make Sesame Street look good. It doesn't make Sesame Place look good. And I can imagine that after this happens, that they're going to get a huge decrease in customers because of this seemingly, discriminatory behavior that's going on at their place. And it's crazy because, again, I thought it was just that one character in the green, or the teal. I don't know what color that was, but my solution to that was just going to be to fire that person and to hire someone else. But if this is something that just happens with all the characters, that's just very, very unfortunate. And yeah, I definitely think that there needs to be something that happens. I know that usually when stuff like this happens, they tend to put out something that, their company is going to start doing, like diversity training and all that. I honestly don't think that's going to fix it. Obviously these people need to be fired and replaced. But we also don't know who is behind these costumes. And so, they could still work here after this for all we know, because we don't know who's behind these costumes. I'm sure though that management is going to get on them about this and advise that they don't do this. But they also, they can't fix racism. Like they can't fix racist individuals. And so if anything, if things do get a little bit better and they don't do this as much, I'm just gonna chalk it up to they don't want to lose money, and not that they've had a change of heart. But this is really unfortunate, and honestly, like, I'm kind of glad that this is coming out now, because again, if I have a child one day, I don't think I would ever bring them here, because my child is, gonna be black, and I don't want them to be discriminated against for that, and to have a traumatic experience because these adults are mistreating, not mistreating, but well, yeah, kind of mistreating, but just, you know, not treating all the kids equally. Like that's just not okay. And, you know, I'm glad that most of the kids were able to shrug it off and just be like, you know, oh, okay, whatever, I'm gonna still have fun. But as you can see, this last little boy was really upset. Granted, I don't know I don't know if the mother saying something, because I noticed too in the other videos that the parents didn't say anything, right? Like obviously they peeped what was going on, but they didn't say anything in front of their kid in terms of them getting ignored. In this particular video, the mother actually said out loud, like, oh, he ignored you, he didn't give you a high five, and then the kid started crying. I don't know if her pointing that out is what made the kid upset, or if the kid just picked up on the fact that he was ignored. But yeah, I don't know. This situation is crazy. But I'm not surprised. Racism is still a thing, unfortunately, in this country, in this world. And it's just, it's a shame. It's really a shame. But let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments down below about this entire situation. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up, and please, please, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.